Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Let's see what we got today. We have the Happy Family card. And yeah, they're all having a good time there at the beach. We have Deceit, okay, and Envy. So either you are, there could be two things, a few things going on here, but the Happy Family is what it is. Maybe somebody has lied to somebody here, and somebody is envious because of a happy family. Could be, this can be maybe a happy family has kind of broken up. It's also possible here. I feel like really what this is, I try to look at these in the higher, from a higher perspective, that somebody, maybe somebody really wants a happy family with you, Sagittarius. They probably do, and somebody's envious of this. Could definitely be. It's kind of interesting there. Let's get some of these cards here. And we start with I am enough. Okay, let go of expectations. This is about like having high self-esteem and saying, you know what, I'm not trying to, I don't have, if it doesn't work in my favor, or you're not putting any expectations. There's no conditions on the outcome of something. So I am enough is like, I feel good about myself. If it doesn't work, well, oh, hey, false twin flame. Wow, somebody had a false twin flame here. Maybe that's why there's envy or deceit, possibly, right? And intense change. Something totally changes here, and somebody picked the wrong person, looks like, or they thought somebody was their twin flame. Acknowledge, take responsibility. So somebody's taking responsibility for something that, I don't know, there's something's going on in this reading, right? There's a lot here. It's deceit, envy, and I just feel like something's changing, and somebody had a twin flame, or they thought, and they don't feel like that anymore. So they're taking responsibility of that, but whoever was the twin flame, the other one was, or the proposed one, the purported one is the really right way to say it, is envious, it looks like. That's kind of, yeah, totally. Let's see what else we have here for you guys. Today we're using this deck, Sagittarius. It is the Connolly deck. Yeah, it's a cool deck. Let's see what we got for you guys. And we're going to put a couple cards down over here from the Lenormand. If you guys want to get a psychic reading, I'm always checking for accuracy. They're lots of fun. We do them on a video call. Everything's below. If you don't know somebody, just met them, things like that. Yeah, and we do the tarot portion. If you get a psychic combo with the psychic reading and then a tarot, like an intuitive tarot reading, if you get both, or even if you just choose a tarot reading, we do them over. You pick the cards, you do, and you kind of tell me when to choose, and those are your cards. Very interactive. Get a past life reading showing you things that you are not aware of about yourself that you've carried from a past life. Yeah, those are super powerful to help you really stand in your power, just by being aware of past karma, by being aware of exactly what exactly it is. Yeah, they show you what kind of energies you are carrying here, and it's all from some type of a past life situation. And then you can drop that. Yeah, Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading. So let's do this, Sagittarius. And the sun's reversed to start the reading. Something's a little dark here, or somebody's happiness kind of is like hanging on, or it's like, what's that word? It's pending or something like that. But because here's the 9 of Cups, and this is a happy, like a wish come true, and here's the happy man there, and so and this is sitting in the challenge as well. The 9 of Cups, the wish card. So this is conditional that somebody's going to be happy. It's also possible that somebody just figured out, in this reading we see the false twin flame, that somebody didn't know, that somebody knows now who their real twin is here. Somebody learned something in this reading. That's it. And they've acknowledged it. Yeah, and so let's get a card here. Here we have the 5 of Swords, And here are these two guys here. Let's have a look. They look like they are clergy. They definitely are. Let's see. That is of the church, right? Let's look at the Five of Swords. And yeah, here it is. And this is a lack of sensitivity, interest only in self-gain. Drop old ideas. Change the attitude. All right. So somebody here is, their attitude has changed. That's why we have deceit and envy. That's why we have somebody it looks like who's envious. But somebody doesn't want something. So this is what they're talking about. You or this person doesn't want a relationship, it looks like. And drop old ideas. Change the attitude. Yeah, and so there's new ideas here, right? And maybe somebody is really wanting to be happy. It says interest in self-gain only. There's nothing wrong with that. No, there's not. Um, and here we have the Three of Cups over here, and this sits external to you, Sagittarius, and these two people are there kind of, look like they're drinking a little bit of wine there, and the angel is like blessing them. And so the Three of Cups is a happy conclusion, success, and the beginning of a new lifestyle. This is external to you. Somebody wants this with you. Yeah. Yeah, interesting about let go of expectations. This is kind of, maybe somebody was kind of, maybe there was like an expectation before, um, and it didn't either like vibe or it didn't result in, wow, I didn't get what I really wanted. That could be going on here. But I feel like what's going on here is that somebody wants to like a union with you or a life with you for sure. And that person is, I feel like they are just kind of going with the flow of life, and they were not before because we have a false twin flame and we have deceit. This can also be, it's possible this is self-deception, but this envy over here is not about self-deception. But these, these are related. So the High Priest is showing up, and there she is, and that is how somebody's seeing themselves. That may be a Pisces or a Scorpio, but that may also be somebody sees himself as understanding this very intuitively, right? If somebody feels like you're a twin, that, I mean, depending kind of how you're feeling about it, but I mean, it is it's a form of intuition if you really feel that way, right? Not if you just kind of calling it out. The Chariot showing up as well. Okay, with that High Priestess. Yeah, this is about somebody who's kind of dealing with pain. They're seeing themselves as dealing with pain, but leaving behind like a battle. He's in the aftermath of a battle, and this is him maintaining control. He has wisdom and the secret of inner knowledge. Yeah, and this is about having control. Yeah, this is about like being in control of your life, and that somebody was not here before. No, because you have to take responsibility, and false twin flame, and there's intense change. Somebody was not in charge anymore. They weren't in charge of their life. This is about really being happy in this reading with the Nine of Cups sitting at the crossing energy. And now we have the Four of Swords, and here's the man. He's kind of guarding there. Let's see, and he is inside this fence, little one. And this is the feeling of being cut off and out of touch. Yeah, that's why he's kind of behind that fence. He's actually locked out. Here's the gate, and so he's locked out, and the swords are in here. That's kind of a trip, and they're all tied together. Take time to think of new plans for the future. Remain focused on your goals. That's what somebody's doing right now, and this shows up in the past. So somebody was already thinking, this other person is thinking about a union with you and planning this out, Sagittarius. I don't know. I'm not sure if you know who this person is, or you're not in communication, or you are, or that's not really clear here. Eight of Swords showing up, and here's the man. It's still winter there, looking out of his window, and this is, unable to make any decisions. This is the concern. I can be unable to make decisions. You might feel restricted. You have experienced hurt or anxiety. Somebody has. Your time's coming soon in the spring of a new opportunity. Yeah, see, there's something, and you know, this is about maybe somebody has made a decision. That's what I feel here, but they feel restricted. Yeah. And that is the concern, right? So somebody could have been unable to make any decisions because they were in another false twin relationship. Yeah, that's what's going on in this reading. And in the environment is the magician, and he's manifesting. We know that. This is to manifest a new beginning. This is also to take control. The magician steps right into his power, right? He has found the table of life. That's what they call that. So the table of life has all the right, has all the elements there for him to thrive and for him to live, right, basically. And his love and purpose are seen in the beautiful red roses and white lilies that surround him. Yeah, this is when you can manifest, when you act with love and positivity. Yeah, that, and your attitude is the right attitude. Not like, why don't things happen for me? And you know, that's never going to get us anywhere, right? Because we're coming from a lower vibration, so we're going to go ahead and manifest that and attract that, right? So we don't want that. So I feel like somebody's in a very good place psychologically. And the red cloak protects him as well. And the key word for the magician is individuality. Know that everything is possible through the power of God. Okay, so and whatever God is to you, the universe, a higher power, you know, right? If you believe, yeah. And so we have the Queen of Cups showing up. Queen of Cups is there. Let's have a look about her. She's just, you know, she's usually kind of depicted as a kind woman. And here she is, sensitive lady who relies on her intuitive ability rather than on common sense. Exactly right. Common sense, people say it all the time, but common sense is like, it's not always good sense, because it'll often tell you to sit there and you know, write your pros and cons list in your head, and so that's all you continue to do. You have to feel it, right? You have to trust your heart and feel the solution, not figure it out. And no, that's the ego speaking, right? That is when you're in detachment, or when you are in separation and you don't trust the universe, that you are trying to make everything from a point of logic, which can really kind of make you crazy. It really can, because sometimes there's no logical answer. You have to trust your heart. Here we have the Ace of Wands showing up, and this is with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is very beautiful here. You have you have a possibility of love, Sagittarius, a very passionate one, an inspirational one. And here is the Five of Wands here. That's a very interesting card. He's on his way in the ship, and is a little bit excited there. He is. Let's see what they have about the Five of Wands in the Connolly deck. Let's see, which is very cool. And we have nearly there. Nearly there. Wow. Opposing energies create agitation. Opposing energies. So we know there's something opposing going on in this reading, because we have envy that is very oppositional. And then we have, you know, intense change. This is opposing, basically. And then, you know, so nearly there. Somebody's on their way to you, Sagittarius. That's how this is looking here. And this person went through some major change. They want a relationship with you or something solid. And you are their wish big time in this reading. Yeah, I feel like this person is feeling that you're going to be like you represent a happy family to them. Like you're somebody very important, that they may want something very long-term and, you know, something very beautiful with you. Thanks so much for joining me here. You guys want to see if you'd like to get a reading, you know, go ahead and check out the description box. And also I'll be posting Wendy Williams today if you want to see the tarot reading on her. All right. Thanks so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell in order to receive my notifications. Thanks so much.